Welcome to another edition of Insurance Questions Podcast, episode 103. It is Friday, July 5th, 2024. I'm taping this at 11:10 Central Time. We didn't think we were going to have a show today, but this is one of our emergency podcasts because, right now the hot button has been Bitcoin, right, Don?
Yes, absolutely.
And
All the cryptocurrencies.
And I'm going to read off some stats, okay? Right now the global stocks are hitting records that they've never hit before. But Bitcoin is right now at the lowest it's been since February. And I dug into a little bit history of this morning, Don, and I know you know what I'm going to say here, and it's a little bit crazy. Like in 2009, Bitcoin was at 20 cents. In 2011, it was anywhere between $1 and $29.60. As of taping right now, we're at 56,506.40, which is down $530.20 for the day. This is even crazier. Just last week, 6/26/24, it was at $60,811.28. But if you go historically back another year to June 3rd, 2023, Bitcoin was only at 30,477. Not only, but you know what I'm saying, comparatively to what it's at. And right now there's an individual or a company out there that's manipulating the price on this thing. So the reason I'm bringing this up, it's so many, and it seems to be a younger generation. Some of us older guys are messing around with it right now. But I got to be honest, Don, when I'm reading off this roller coaster of numbers that I just did this morning, I'm not really feeling safe about this. How about you?
No, the same. Because it's a traded commodity, there's always going to be a lot of volatility. And to have that, go up, basically double from June of 2023 to June of 2024, now July. But, that kind of just shows you what goes up will come down eventually.
Now,
and that environment.
What time did I first talk to you this morning?
It was probably around about 2 or 3 hours ago, right? Two hours ago at least.
8:17 Central Time, and now it's 11:13 Central Time. So at that time, it was even lower. It was 55,319 for a negative price of $1,717.10. So I'm going to do a little test here, Don. I want to see how much it is right now because I checked it right before we went on air.
The silence. Ooh, we need some music.
I know, right? And of course, it's not showing me what I'm looking for.
Yeah, that's all right. Regarding the cryptocurrency.
Here we go. Oh. So what did I say it was? So this morning, a couple hours ago, it was at 55,319. That was a negative 1,700. It rallied to 56,506. And that was 10 minutes ago before we got online. And right now it's down another 2.3%, 33%, down to $56,423.22. You know what? I don't care what you do with your money. I really don't, but I want you to think long and hard and putting all your eggs in the one basket of Bitcoin, because like we said, the world's on fire. There's a lot of crazy things happen right now. And if there is a war, stock markets are usually robust during military conflicts historically. But there's so many safe things you can put your money in, whether it's whole life insurance. Most of them are paying out at 6% guaranteed, or, indexed annuities. Right now, I've seen the highest I've seen this year was 12.25 with a very small basement and no ceiling. So be careful out there, guys. That's why we decided to do this morning. I mean, and this for it to be the lowest since February, I understand. Especially even in the stock market, it's like a roller coaster, goes up and down. That's just how the economy is. The lower you go, the higher it's probably going to be. But what really scares the heck out of me is a lot of these people that are shorting the Bitcoin, just like they're trying to do what you do with the stock,
Right.
But it's like, okay, Don, I'm going to take my $100,000. I'm going to buy $100,000 worth of Bitcoin tomorrow. Whether I win or lose, I'm pulling it. And if it's me and a couple million other people doing it, that's going to adversely affect what's going on for everybody else.
Yeah,
And a lot
absolutely.
of people, well, you know what, I can trade it all the time. I can have my money within 24 hours, which is really great. Let me ask you, Don, how are they going to transfer your money if the internet's down? Or if you're in an area that doesn't have electricity because you're going through a natural disaster, or you kept it in your BitLocker, and guess what? You don't know what you did with it. You had a
Yeah.
physical locker that you kept on your person, and you cannot find it. I mean, for crying out loud! Yesterday at the gym, I go on the hydro bed beforehand, and I go to get on it, and there's somebody's wallet full of money, full of all kinds of information, full of credit cards. So I
Oh,
went
wow.
shopping. No, but I'm saying if I was somebody that was unscrupulous, I mean, I took it right up to the counter, and the guy was
Yeah.
very thankful because he came back like 20 minutes later looking for it. But, you know, it just sounds so unsafe to me. I mean, what's your 2 cents, Donnie?
Well, yeah, I mean, there's always that risk, with especially cybersecurity. I think is the biggest issue. Obviously, um, again, you have to look at the cryptocurrency like a stock, because there's so much volatility, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, this year especially, we don't know what's going to happen over the course of the next few months before the election, right? There's going to be so much volatility going on in the
Oh,
market
yeah.
because of the market wants certainty. And right now there's so much uncertainty going on politically, just politically. Take away inflation, job creation or lack thereof, all of that uncertainty. Just the political environment though is just so crazy that the market doesn't like that. Um, I had a conversation with somebody. It's probably about 6 or 8 months now, and we were talking about the benefits of whole life insurance. The stability of it. And he says, you know what? He says, I make a lot of money. I've got my business does great. He said, I'm all set. He says, I've got about, believe it or not, $2 million in cryptocurrency that he's going to rely on for his retirement. I said, well, you just keep in mind that can go up, it can go down just as fast too. He says, not, I think I'll be all right. So I think I'd like to touch base with him again and just
Oh,
to
100%,
see
especially
what
with,
his feelings are now.
I mean, and I got to be honest with you, Don, now that I see what this is doing, I'm going to be watching it like a hawk
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's good. It's
because we'd be crazy not to.
No, exactly. I mean, there's again, like with a stock, when everybody's selling off that stock, you might just want to hold back a little bit and maybe you want to purchase it, when everybody's selling. And then when it comes back up, you might do okay. But you have to be patient. You can't do it for the short term. You got to be in it for the long
No,
haul.
you cannot.
And it's just that whole dynamic of the cryptocurrency, because it's so new, and it's very non-traditional. We don't know what's going to happen. Are the governmental agencies going to regulate it much more than what it is, and all of that?
Weren't you kind of taken aback when I said, 2009? Did you even know it was around there that long? I sure didn't.
No, no, exactly,
You know,
exactly. And which is, if you think about it, the financial crisis of 2008 and early 2009. So that's when this was formed, I guess, thought of,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, crazy. But good points, Ed. Great insights, with that. What's happening today, just today, day after a holiday.
And I mean, do your research, guys. Uh, Make sure you know what you're doing. If something doesn't sound right to you, talk to a financial professional, whether it's me or Donnie or somebody close to you. Just the worst thing to do is nothing,
Yeah.
Because especially when it comes to your money, you worked hard for that. You want to keep as much of it as you can. The way I always look at it with my clients, I want to make as much money as I can for you with your money without losing anything. And I think that's the name of the game. And with these numbers, it's too scary. That's why, I mean, even variable annuities, I'm afraid of,
Yeah.
just because you just don't know. And I mean, I had friends in 2008 that were just getting ready to retire, and they're still working because they lost so much in one day, and
Yeah, that was a tough one.
I
That
mean,
really was.
you
And
work
I guess
so hard, you worked many years to get where you are and set yourself up for the future, and to lose it in a day, it's heartbreaking. I can't imagine it. But
that's great.
unfortunately, I mean, we even talked to Sarah about this. I mean, the longer we're in this business, we see a lot of good things and a lot of bad things, and unfortunately, they're true
Yeah.
stories, the longer we're in this business.
Yeah,
So
that's very
I
true.
don't, I did not do this today to scare people. I did it to open up a dialogue, and have you think about, is that the right thing to do with your money? Is Bitcoin, like, I'm going to put everything, I mean, and like we talked last week, a lot of advisors are saying, put it all into Bitcoin, put your, annuities, your 401ks, your bank accounts, you
Yeah.
know, like I hate this old saying, but putting your eggs in one basket does not make any sense.
No, that's very true. And you have to remember, it's the old adage is, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to remember that
That's a
too.
great point, Tony. It truly is. Well, listen, we're not gonna take any more time away from everybody. Everybody, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you had a nice, safe holiday yesterday. Donnie, you got back from Boston Wednesday or Thursday?
Wednesday night. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's funny. I used to live in Boston, and when I go back there, I don't know where I'm going anymore because I was living there during the big dig when everything was still a mess. So,
Exactly.
and I thought I knew Boston like the back of my hand. Not so much anymore.
It's changed a lot because of the big dig is over.
Yes. So, Donnie, thank you so much for jumping on this and
Yeah,
adding
thank
your two
you.
cents like you always do. We also have to say that we're so hyped up about this, that all the comments and statements by Eddie Buffalo and Donnie Lowe are purely for entertainment purposes.
Yes, and
We're
please like, subscribe, hit the fan mail, text us,
Mhm.
email us, do all that stuff. We'd love the communication back and forth. So
Oh,
keep doing
100%.
that.
And like we always say, if you like working with people just like you, and obviously people that are trying to protect your assets, we're the people to see. www.ebiagency.com, 716-306-2020. Donnie, you have a wonderful weekend. And to all our listeners out there, have a nice, safe weekend. Have fun, everybody, okay? Take
You too,
care.
Ed. Ciao.